Some landscapes on Earth appear so unusual that they seem artificially created. Certain formations result from rare geological conditions, extreme weather, or isolated environmental factors. These places often feature distorted shapes, unexpected colors, or motion-like patterns that defy visual expectations. Though they may look surreal, each location is the outcome of natural processes. And now, let's explore the strange natural places that don't seem real. Nazca lines in southern Peru are giant desert drawings covering over 450 square kilometers, lasting more than 2,000 years. Nazca lines are world famous because only from the air can their full scale and accuracy be seen. The figures were created by clearing the dark stones to expose the lighter ground beneath, forming lines that endure through time. Some researchers believe the figures may be linked to ancient rituals for rain and the worship of deities. Some designs stretch thousands of feet, preserved by the dry climate, intense sunlight, and stability of the desert floor. This is one of the few ancient works that can only be understood from the sky, holding its deep archaeological mystery. Waitomo Glowworm Caves is world famous for its mysterious bioluminescent effect, forming an underground galaxy rare on Earth. Inside, stalactites, stalagmites, and an underground river reflect the glowing ceiling, creating a surreal and hidden landscape. The limestone structure was shaped over tens of millions of years through constant erosion from underground water rich in carbon dioxide. Since the 20th century, the site has served as a biological research hub, revealing insect evolution and behavior. The glowworms shine brightest when hungry, releasing sticky threads to catch insects flying by in total darkness. The cave's acoustics are so unique that it has hosted classical music performances thanks to its natural resonance. Danakil Depression in Ethiopia is called the Gateway to Hell, formed at the rare meeting point of the Nubian, Somali, and Arabian plates. The landscape violently shifts colors from green and yellow to purple and orange due to complex reactions of manganese, iron, and sulfur. This depression lies about from 10 feet below sea level, with volcanoes, lava lakes, and strongly erupting acid springs. The region records the highest average yearly temperatures on Earth, often above 104 day and night, creating extreme conditions. For centuries, people have mined salt by hand and transported it with camel caravans across the harsh desert routes. Today, Danakil is an adventure destination, with travelers escorted by military to explore alien-like volcanic and salt landscapes. Jellyfish Lake in Palau formed more than 12,000 years ago, a marine lake with millions of golden jellyfish moving with the sun. These jellyfish almost lost their sting, allowing humans to swim safely among the massive swarms without danger. The lake covers 30 acres, surrounded by rainforest and limestone cliffs, with a toxic hydrogen sulfide layer at the bottom. The jellyfish population disappeared during 2016 to 2019 due to climate change, but recovered strongly as a fragile ecological proof. No large fish exist inside the lake, so the jellyfish thrive without predators in this unique environment. With strict conservation rules and controlled visitors, swimming with golden jellyfish is considered one of Earth's rare wonders. Zhangjiajie stands out as a quartzite stone labyrinth where over 3,000 pillars formed from ancient sediments hundreds of millions of years ago. It is world-famous for colossal natural sky towers carved by millions of years of brutal erosion under extreme geological conditions. The forest park was established in 1982, becoming China's first national forest park and marking the beginning of its natural conservation history. Scientists have also discovered numerous ancient fossils here, evidence of evolution and climate shifts across geological ages. UNESCO recognized Zhangjiajie as a World Heritage Site, protecting its rare ecosystem and unique geology with many endangered species. Zhangjiajie stands as a global symbol where science, culture, and tourism converge in a surreal landscape of immense power. On the barren Atacama Plateau, a giant hand suddenly rises, breaking the overwhelming emptiness and stark silence of the desert. The structure stands almost 36 feet tall, dominating the flat surface, serving as the only human-made landmark visible from far away. Inaugurated in 1992, it became one of the most remarkable public art monuments ever created in Chile. The sculpture is often covered with graffiti, but regular maintenance ensures its surface is cleaned and preserved in its original form. Across endless sand and stone, the massive form seems to emerge from the ground, evoking both a real and surreal presence. Travelers usually stop their cars along the highway, walk a short distance to reach the hand, take photos, and experience the unusual landscape. Plain of Jars in Laos is a major archaeological mystery, with thousands of giant stone jars scattered across a vast plateau. Their age is more than 2,000 years, but the true purpose is still unclear, from burial rituals to legends of warrior wine. Each jar stands nearly 10 feet tall, weighs over 20,000 pounds, carved from sandstone, granite, and raw volcanic breccia. In 2019, UNESCO officially recognized the site as a World Heritage, proving its unique megalithic value worldwide. In the arid Utah desert, Goblin Valley emerges as a strange valley where Entrada sandstone from the Jurassic era rises into bizarre shapes. The reddish-brown rocks, standing from a few feet to more than 10 feet, gain their color from iron oxide and look unearthly. Their odd forms resemble mushrooms, aliens, or monsters, creating one of the most unique landscapes on the Colorado Plateau. Goblin Valley was used as a filming location for the 1999 science fiction movie Galaxy Quest, thanks to its alien-like scenery. The formations crowd together into narrow corridors, a goblin city maze that makes the valley feel like a natural trap. The blend of ancient geology, surreal formations, and cultural presence has elevated Goblin Valley into a worldwide icon. Venice is known as the Queen of the Adriatic, built on a saltwater lagoon with remarkable architecture and cultural heritage. The city rises only about 3 feet above sea level and continues to sink slowly with every passing year. More than 100 small islands form Venice, supported by millions of wooden piles driven into mud and saltwater foundations. The city was among the first to ban large cruise ships from its center in order to protect its fragile foundations. Venice once stood as a European naval and commercial power for centuries during the Middle Ages and Renaissance. Today, it remains a global icon, both as a World Heritage Site and as proof of survival against fragile conditions. In the harsh Namib Desert, Dead Vlei appears as a white clay pan encircled by towering red dunes rising hundreds of meters high. Ancient camelthorn trees, dead for more than 900 years, remain carbonized, casting haunting black silhouettes across the cracked desert floor. This land was once nourished by the Sochab River, but when dunes blocked its flow, it turned into a lifeless clay basin. Climbing the Big Daddy Dune, over 350 meters tall, visitors can see Dead Vlei's surreal panorama, resembling an alien world beyond Earth. Surrounding dunes reach up to 400 meters, forming colossal red walls that contrast dramatically with the pale white basin. Dead Vlei stands not only as proof of nature's power, but also as a global hotspot for trekking, photography, and exploration in Namibia. Moeraki boulders lie along Kokohe Beach on New Zealand's Otago coast, where dozens of giant stone spheres scatter across the sandy shore. These boulders were formed by sedimentary concretion over 60 million years ago, creating a rare geological phenomenon of global significance. Their nearly perfect spherical shapes make them a natural wonder, with diameters ranging from 1 meter to more than 3 meters. Some boulders have cracked open, revealing bright calcite crystals inside, adding mystery and a surreal effect to the coastal scenery. Maori legend tells they are remnants of a wrecked canoe carrying calabashes and sweet potatoes that once washed ashore. First recorded by Europeans in the 19th century, Moeraki boulders are now a cultural and natural icon of the Otago region. Haukadalur is a geothermal valley in southern Iceland, part of the Golden Circle, where geysers have been recorded since medieval times. Strokr remains highly active, erupting 20 to 30-meter water columns every few minutes, a spectacular highlight attracting millions of visitors. The valley is world famous for geyser, the first geyser ever recorded in history, and the origin of the English word geyser. The valley is filled with hot steam, boiling mud, mineral springs, and colorful deposits, creating a surreal impression like an alien world. Today, Haukadalur is recognized as Iceland's natural heritage, both a scientific symbol and a leading destination of the Golden Circle route. Boiling Lake in Dominica is a rare giant hot lake, more than 200 feet wide, boiling violently in a harsh environment. The edge temperature once reached 198°, while the center boiled so strongly that no one could measure it. The lake lies in one of the most powerful geothermal zones in the Caribbean, with gas vents, acid springs, and burning ground. Thick grey smoke always covers the surface, making the scene look like an active volcanic crater inside the wild. Uniquely, the lake was chosen as a site to test robots for space missions, thanks to its rare and extreme conditions. Crooked Forest in Poland is world famous with hundreds of pine trees bent unnaturally from the base, creating a strange and unexplained scene. The curve begins 3 to 9 feet above the ground, bending like the letter J, all pointing in the same mysterious direction. Locals call it the Forest of the Sleeping Giants, connected to the bizarre image of twisted and curved pine shapes. In winter, snow covers the bent parts, turning the whole forest into a surreal living picture unlike anywhere else. Today, Crooked Forest is recognized as a national natural monument, drawing travelers, photographers, and scientists who seek to witness its mystery. Ryukan lies inside a narrow Norwegian valley where the sun cannot reach for long months of the freezing winter. The town was established in the early 20th century by Norsk Hydro, becoming Norway's first planned industrial community for hydropower and fertilizer. The steep landscape creates a rare, total winter darkness, a phenomenon almost unknown in temperate regions, yet common here every year. During World War II, Ryukan produced heavy water for Nazi Germany's nuclear program and became a target for Allied sabotage. Towering cliffs surround the town like a giant well, holding icy winds, heavy snow, and deep shadows through the winter. Today, Ryukan is remembered both as an industrial heritage site and as a symbol of history, science, and human creativity. On the Sierra Nevada plateau, Bodie was once a thriving gold town, before quickly turning into a wasteland when mining ended. Located at 8,479 feet, Bodie is preserved in a decay-arrested state, allowing natural ruin while preventing complete collapse. It was once one of the most violent towns in the West, with robberies, explosions, and murders happening on a regular basis. In the late 1870s, the town had over 10,000 residents, but today only about 200 abandoned buildings remain in the wind-swept plateau. Houses still contain furniture, dishes, and even children's toys, giving the illusion that time has frozen in the desert cold. Bodie stands as a surreal reminder, capturing both the brief prosperity and the brutal decline of the American West. Pyramiden rises in Svalbard's tundra like a Soviet ghost, a city permanently frozen within the Arctic cold. Red brick blocks form a complete socialist town, existing illogically in the frozen landscape of the Svalbard archipelago. Its cultural buildings once held a modern concert hall, considered the finest in the Arctic during the Soviet era. The town once had more than 1,000 residents, with schools, libraries, theaters, sports halls, and Soviet-style apartment complexes. Pyramiden lies 800 miles from the North Pole, with winters below 22 degrees, making it nearly impossible for ordinary life to survive. Today, Pyramiden is seen as a surreal proof of human presence in the Arctic, both illogical and symbolic beyond time. Zhangjiajie is a unique floating village in Cambodia, where the whole community lives and moves entirely on water. During the rainy season, the water level rises by many feet, forcing houses, schools, and floating markets to drift or change position. Sunset reflects golden light on the waves, turning daily activities into a strange and vibrant picture. All floating houses rely on barrels, wood, and recycled materials, proving human creativity in the struggle to survive. Today, Zhangjiajie is not only a tourist attraction, but also a global symbol of human adaptation. The towering red cliffs of Charon Canyon rise like a massive natural wall across the semi-desert landscapes of southeastern Kazakhstan. Sandstone blocks, shaped over 12 million years, were eroded by wind and water, forming bizarre structures resembling castles and watchtowers. The canyon stretches for more than 90 kilometers and plunges 300 meters deep, showing the raw tectonic power of Central Asia. For centuries, traders used the canyon's route as part of the Silk Road, linking the commercial worlds of Asia and Europe. The Valley of Castles, named by Russian explorers in the 19th century, stands out with fortress-like cliffs shaped by erosion. Charon Canyon embodies the fusion of history, geology, and adventure tourism, standing proudly as a natural symbol of Kazakhstan. Matmata in southern Tunisia is famous for its underground, round pit homes, making the whole village look like another world. Ancient Berbers built this hidden system more than 1,000 years ago, adapting perfectly to the harsh desert climate. Each living pit is 30 to 45 feet wide and nearly 30 feet deep, with a central courtyard and rooms around the wall. Inside the dugouts, the temperature stays stable around 64 to 72 degrees Celsius, so people live without needing air conditioning. From above, the town almost disappears into the red earth, appearing like a mysterious structure inside the Sahara. Matmata was chosen as the setting for Tatooine in Star Wars, making the Troglodite lifestyle here world famous. Bahrain, the only island nation in the Gulf, is made of more than 30 islands with no land borders. Bahrain was once the center of the Dilmun civilization, an important Mesopotamian culture dating back around 3000 BC. The country is globally recognized for thousands of years of traditions tied to maritime trade and the natural pearl industry. Its central desert is dry and flat, with constant strong winds shaping a harsh and unique barren landscape. The name Bahrain in Arabic means two seas, referring to the meeting of salt water and underground fresh water. Today, Bahrain stands as a Gulf symbol of culture and survival, blending history, myth, and natural extremes. Yonaguni Monument off Japan was discovered in 1986 and quickly became a global center of archaeological controversy. The stone block is about 490 feet long, 82 feet high, and 130 feet wide, resembling a pyramid sunk beneath the ocean. Found at depths between 16 and 82 feet, the site shows smooth, flat surfaces and sharp right angles rare in nature. Some divers claim to see marks resembling ancient scripts on the stone slabs, though no clear evidence has been verified. Today, Yonaguni is a world-class diving site, but safe access is only possible during a few calm months each year. Coober Pedy in South Australia is called the opal capital of the world, producing most of the rare supply. Layers of sandstone mixed with silica created millions of sparkling opals, forming a unique geological treasure. People live in underground dugouts, escaping extreme desert heat and keeping a comfortable climate all year. The night sky here shines with thousands of stars, completely free from modern light pollution. Some massive dugouts expand to more than 20 rooms, including a cinema, a bar, and a gemstone display hall. Kubapedi is also known for a grassless golf course where glowing balls are used across the desert setting. The 12 Apostles off Victoria, Australia, are vivid proof of brutal coastal erosion that has lasted tens of millions of years. The limestone pillars average 150 to 160 feet, with some once near 200 feet, before collapsing under harsh waves and wind. In 2005, a 164-foot stack suddenly collapsed within seconds, shocking tourists who were present to witness the event. Although called the 12 Apostles, the number was never 12, and only 7 major pillars remain standing today. These formations look like giant watchtowers rising from the sea, resembling an abandoned alien city above the ocean. The 12 Apostles stand as a global icon, proof of Earth's relentless natural forces and a surreal landscape constantly reshaped by time. Pitcairn is among the most isolated lands on Earth, rising from an underwater volcano in the vast Pacific Ocean. Access is extremely difficult with no airport or seaport, so travelers face boat journeys lasting 10 to 14 days. The island is steep and rugged, surrounded by basalt cliffs that make direct landings almost impossible. Its population is often fewer than 50 people, making Pitcairn the least populated administrative unit in the entire United Kingdom. The community descends from HMS Bounty mutineers and Polynesians who settled here in 1790. Today, Pitcairn remains pristine, drawing visitors with diving, hiking, and expeditions to the historic wreck of the Bounty